Ed? Eddie? Mr. Snowden, where are you? Edward Snowden came through here. You know Edward Snowden?
Yes, that guy.
Did you ever see him coming through here? Of all the people?
We only film once in a month.
Once in a month. Did you ever see Edward Snowden or a guy that looked like Snowden come through here?
No.
No, I didn't see him.
Only a newspaper.
Only newspaper. Don't know where he's at. Okay, thank you. You seen Edward Snowden? I guess not. Trolley car. Trolley car. Hey, have you seen Edward Snowden? Have you seen Edward Snowden? Snowden. Snowden. No, yes? Huh? Well, I don't see Ed anywhere. Been looking around most of the day. No Snowden. Do have a lot of gold and silver though. And a lot of good drink, if you know what I mean. And it's real. Yeah, you know, Hong Kong has that New York City feel. There's a lot of similarities with New York City and Hong Kong. Everything's built up. Fast paced, big financial center, fast times. And anyone that's been to Hong Kong, I think, would agree with that, is that it just definitely doesn't feel like China. It feels a lot more like an international city. I know that it's a former British colony, and in many ways it still is, but it has that New York feel to it, and that goes for just about everything. Well, I haven't found him yet, but it's still on the search. Nobody seems to really know what I'm talking about, unless I show a picture of the whistleblower. You know, these yield signs, give way, and these opposite traffic here always kind of gets me, especially when you're crossing the street. Well, I know for sure that more than one foreigner has been hit by a car because of the opposite side traffic. So always something to look out for. Always something that kind of grabs you by the boo-boo when you first arrive again to Hong Kong, even if you've been here several times. So it's one of those things. Still on the hunt. Where is Ed? Where are you? So it may not be as important as to who Edward Snowden is, but exactly what he represents and what kind of backlash will come out of this, because we've already seen several whistleblowers that have been able to either get away with their so-called crime or not get away with it in the case of Bradley Manning and others. So with this type of cyber espionage type of event here on the horizon, to be wide scale, with crackdowns on the internet being discussed over the past several years, we'll see exactly is the tail wagging the dog or the other way around. So we know that Snowden is left Hong Kong and is now held up in the Moscow International Airport, much like I am right here. I'm in Hong Kong Airport, and Edward Snowden in Moscow, awaiting his next trip, his next destination. And anything could be possible here. In fact, it could be possible that Snowden himself is not what he seems. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if he was a double agent, or if he was a decoy, or if there's more to the story than what we assume. So until all the facts come out, it's best not to jump to too many conclusions, and follow the story very closely as more and more information comes out. Hong Kong today striking back and saying that it is not our fault for not extraditing Edward Snowden, the whistleblower. And right now, Russia is doing the same thing. Moscow, Putin saying it is not our responsibility or our concern to help to extradite Snowden or any other such so-called fugitive from justice of the sovereign United States. So what's your opinion on this Edward Snowden event or non-event? In the papers, they're saying that this could strain Asian and U.S. ties. And you can see this graphic right there of the arm wrestling match, because Hong Kong was not cooperative, and now Russia, of course, not cooperative. So Eric Holder is been on the phone with several different diplomats around the world now, including Russia, and trying to get an extradition of the so-called whistleblower. Next stop for Snowden, they say he had booked a ticket actually to Cuba to go to Ecuador. So Ecuador by way of Cuba, but he did not get on the plane as of 4 days now, 4 nights at Moscow Airport, Sarajevo, I believe. I've been there. It's not really a pleasant airport. I would say it's a big circle, and once you get in there, it's like a maze, and not really the best place to be as far as comfort. So I'm sure he's probably itching to get out of there. However, he has to be careful, because depending on where he goes, there's only a few places he can really land into or transfer without getting in trouble with the local government, or having an extradition, or having an agent, a CIA agent or a Black Ops agent waiting for him at the airport. That's always a big possibility. So we'll see what happens if he does make it to Cuba and not to Ecuador, and if there's any more substance out of what he's got to say. So far, it's been pretty dry. Not a lot of juicy tidbits to digest. Hopefully we'll get some more information.